Today is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. The time is 2:03 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting. Officially calling this meeting to order. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. I'm going to ask Keith, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we approve the consent calendar?
Sure. I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our March 2nd, 2021 business meeting agenda.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Payables list, please.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of February 22nd through 26th, 2021 in the amount of $406,006.48.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, moving to our first action item. Open a request for proposals. This is for the Comprehensive Inmate Medical Services for our Sheriff's Organization. Captain Deet, go right ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Captain Andy Deek. I know this might feel like deja vu because you did this last week. There was a delay in one of the bid responses to the RFP making it here, and it was no fault of the company that provided the bid. They provided comprehensive evidence that their package was stuck in transit with Federal Express in their warehouse facility in the Midwest due to weather restrictions. They weren't able to get it out. So that's what we're doing today, is opening the second bid.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
Right.
It's a lot bigger than mine.
It was a present, and actually my daughter's is even bigger than this. So, boy, this is like, I don't want anybody.
Machete.
Oh, why would there be a cashier's check in here? Oh, okay. Well, then that's not gonna help me find the money. Where did you find it before? In the,
That was the second bid, though.
right.
Usually at the very end. It's one of the last.
Is there a table of contents?
Okay.
There you
This
go.
will,
Oh,
well, no,
that's
these
not
are
it.
all contacts.
Try.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
All right, so we'll just handle that in later. Okay. All right, so.
Sorry for the.
This bid is from Vital Core Health Strategies, and the amount is $2,043,447.76. And let's see, the cost for the second year contract is $2,088,596.46. Total cost for third year is $2,140,811.37. So I move that we acknowledge the receipt of the bid and have legal and KCSO review the bids.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Second item. Thank you. Termination of lease, AAL-2018-900, party of Van Batavia at the airport. Stephen?
Commissioner Stephen Turner, for the record, item 2 and 3 are combined. They are a lease termination and also a new lease if you'd like to combine those two.
Okay, so we'll combine this with item number 3, which is the ground lease, AAL-2021-300 by Kedrick Investments, I guess taking over for Van Batavia at the airport. Go right ahead, Stephen.
Stephen Turner, for the record, this is a lease agreement. It is a lease agreement for an amount of $2,035.90 per year. That's 9,788 square feet.
Okay, motion.
Bill, did you want to take this, or you want me to?
Go ahead.
Okay. I move that we approve the termination of lease AAL 2018-900 Van Batavia and approve the ground lease AAL 2021-300 Kendrick Investments LLC.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Item number 4, ground lease AAL-2021-400 B&G Aero Toys LLC at the airport. Stephen?
Stephen Turner, for the record, this is a new ground lease in the amount of $3,348.80 per year. It's 16,100 square feet.
Motion?
No, not really.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Okay.
we usually do it this way, and it works out fine.
I move that we approve ground lease AAL 2021-400 B&G Aero Toys LLC.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 5, application for federal assistance SF-424 Airport Coronavirus Response Grant Program at the airport. Stephen, is this you or is it Kim?
This is me as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Commissioner, this is Stephen Turner again for the record. This is a grant application for grant funding to support the operations of the airport as part of the coronavirus response grant program. It's in the amount of $23,000. And it's very similar to the CARES grant money that we get reimbursed due to operations, due to ongoing costs at the airport.
Okay.
Stephen, do you have a specific use for this yet, or is it just going to go to general operations?
Just general operations right now.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Motion?
I move that we approve the application for federal assistance SF-424, which is the Airport Coronavirus Response Grant Program.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 6, Substance Abuse Block Grant, Idaho Office of Drug Policy, Juvenile Division.
Diversion.
Oh, diversion, forgive me.
I think that's Mr. Hall?
Yes, thank you. This is Douglas Hall of Juvenile Diversion. This is a request to submit for the Substance Abuse Block Grant. This is a grant that we regularly apply for and actually have been awarded every year for the past 19 years. We use these funds to fund our drug and alcohol program. We're requesting a total of $5,940 with the administration fees. It comes to a total of just over $7,000.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the Substance Abuse Block Grant with the Idaho Office of Drug Policy for our juvenile diversion program.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 7, Master Service Agreement, Language Line Services, Inc. for the jail, KCSO. Who's speaking for their sheriff?
This might be Alicia.
That would be me.
Okay.
Alicia at the jail.
Go right ahead.
The contract before you is replacing an existing contract with Language Line. Our rate per minute will drop from $2.20 to 98 cents. We will no longer have a $50 minimum, and we will be billed separately from 911, who will come forward with a similar agreement at a later date.
That's a savings. Okay. Thank you. Motion?
I move that we approve the master service agreement with Language Line Services, Inc.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Item
Who did it?
me?
Chris?
Oh, aye. Aye, motion carried. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, item number 8, quotation for GSA-approved end-user license agreement with Everbridge, Inc. Once again, our KCSO 911. Is that
Good
Alan?
afternoon, Commissioners. For the record, Alan Mallory, 911 Communications Technician. We have a quote to continue our mass notification and reverse 911 service that we offer to the public. We refer to it as Alert Kootenai, and this
Yes.
is to continue service.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the quote with Everbridge, Inc.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 9, proclamation for National Telecommunicators Week, April 11th through the 17th of 2021. Once again, Alan for our KCSO 911 division. Go right ahead, sir.
We'd like to make the proclamation to celebrate or honor the National Telecommunication Week of April 11th and 7th through the 17th to recognize our 911 dispatchers and the people that work here for the center.
Okay, so would you like us, Alan, to read it into the record?
Please.
Leslie, you want to do it?
Sure. Proclamation declaring April 11 through 17, 2021 as National Telecommunicators Week. Whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require law enforcement, fire, or emergency medical services, and whereas an emergency occurs, it is the prompt response of law enforcement officers, firefighters, and emergency medical service providers that are critical to the protection of life and preservation of property, and whereas the safety of our law enforcement officers, firefighters, and emergency medical service providers is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who telephone the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office Central Dispatch, and whereas emergency communications officers are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services, and whereas emergency communication officers are the single vital link for our law enforcement officers, firefighters, and emergency medical service providers by monitoring their activities by radio, providing them information and ensuring their safety, and whereas emergency communications officers of the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients, and whereas each emergency communications officer has exhibited compassion, understanding, professionalism, and displayed untiring efforts during their assigned shifts in the past year. Now therefore, the Board of County Commissioners of Kootenai County, by virtue of the authority vested in us by the Constitution of the State of Idaho, do hereby proclaim the week of April 11th through the 17th, 2021 as National Telecommunicators Week.
Hey, thank you. Motion? Or did we already do the motion?
No. I move that we approve or accept the proclamation for National Telecommunicators Week.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and motion's carried. Item number 10, vehicle maintenance agreement for Kootenai County with Kootenai Truck and Auto Repair Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, Kim Riley for the record, thank you. This is an agreement with Kootenai Truck and Auto Repair to provide maintenance and repair services for our paratransit vehicles. The agreement term is 1 year, not to exceed $50,000.
Motion?
I move that we approve the vehicle maintenance agreements with Kootenai Truck and Auto Repair.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 11, transportation services contract modification with the Area Agency on Aging. Once again, RMO. Kim?
Thank you, Kim Riley again for the record.
This is a contract agreement with the Area Agency on Aging. We recently came before you with an amendment, and they actually approached us this time with some additional CARES Act funding that they had and offered to increase our per-ride rate to $6 through the remainder of our term, as long as their funding remains available, which would be 6/30/2021. And I do just want to state on the record how much we appreciate our partnership with Area Agency on Aging as they provide the cash match for our Ring-A-Ride service, which is a complimentary service for our paratransit.
Okay, thank you for that, Kim. Motion.
I move that we approve the transportation services contract modification with Area Agency on Aging.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 12, tax deed bids for AIN 257185 from parties Kaiser and Warren.
So I have two bids to open. Sorry, it's stapled. Okay, so this is from Richard Warren, and it's for AIN 257185, and it's in the amount of $1,655. Okay, and this bid is from a contiguous property owner, Drake Kazier, in the amount of $650. So I do not believe that Warren is a contiguous property owner, and the amount of money that is owed in taxes is $1,600. And apparently Mr. Kazier used to own this piece of property, and it was sold or it was lost at tax deed. So I would recommend that we acknowledge the receipt and contact Community Development to verify the Warren situation, and that's what I would ask.
And proceed from there, okay? So that's, we can consider that a motion, right?
Sure.
Bill?
And I'll second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. To forward the bids to Community Development. Item number 13, professional services agreement with Shums Coda Associates with our Community Development Group.
And I don't know that anybody is on for that. So I am fine, or if you want to handle it, Chris?
No, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
That's so we can expedite the permitting process. Okay, motion, please.
I move that we approve the professional services agreement with Shums Coda Associates for plan review.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 14, ratify the conversion of building inspector plans examiner position to plans examiner. This was proposed to us, I think, by David.
Yes, and we handled it as an emergency item last week at
is
HR.
correct.
So I move that we ratify the conversion of building inspector plans examiner position to plans examiner.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Final item, Resolution 2021-22, surplus property, asset deletion for community development. I imagine nobody's on, but I guess this is fairly routine, so why don't we just go ahead and approve it?
Sure, it looks like the items are all under the $250 limit. So I move that we approve Resolution 2021-22 for the surplus property asset deletion with community development. And the items are a monitor, a sound system, a recorder, a couple recorders,
Yeah.
and another monitor.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the motion is carried. Public comment. Hearing none. 2:25, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.